Hey everyone, Anthony Vito here with In Touch Mortgage Solutions. It's Friday, Finance Fridays, and thank you again for tuning in. On this episode, we want to talk about being self-employed and some of the things and some of the obstacles you may face when looking to get traditional financing. Stay tuned, let's go inside and talk more. As a self-employed individual, I fully understand the challenges that are being faced out there, especially if you're running your own business and you're trying to make sure that your business is operating, taking care of employees, managing invoices and bills, placing orders, whatever it may be. We understand how running a business can have its own set of challenges. The last thing as a business owner that you should be worrying about is basically trying to get through the mortgage approval process or trying to refinance your mortgage if your situation may have changed over the last year and a half to 2 years. So working with a lot of individuals that are self-employed right now, we do see a lot of the obstacles that they are coming across and that they're facing, especially with all the closures that had happened. Now, depending on the type of business that you have, some businesses would have thrived, some businesses may have not performed as well. So we're working with a mortgage broker as well as the products and lenders that we have access to. If you're self-employed, there is always going to be some type of product that we can offer to our clients. Now, what we do here with In Touch Mortgage Solutions, we actually sit down and try to understand exactly, how that product may or may not help you, basically what the goal is, what the exit strategies are, and basically which way the money that you're going to be looking to maybe refinance or purchasing a home, what you need to position yourself with in order to get in with one of our banks. So, there are a lot of challenges, as I said, working with your conventional lenders. There are a lot of banks that, you do need to fit what we call the box when you're working with them with regards to income, how the income is reported, are your income taxes paid in full, what type of revenue generated, were you collecting any type of unemployment insurance, were you collecting CERB? There's a lot of things that need to be evaluated in the process in order to make sure that you can get through the door with our lenders as well as with the alternative lenders. So one of the things that I want to clarify when we do speak to clients is understanding the difference between, what a conventional bank is, which are your tier ones, your top six, as well as an alternative bank. Alternative banks or lenders are not necessarily private. These are not private institutions. These are banks or trust companies as well as credit unions that can facilitate some form of a mortgage at a very reasonable cost as to provide you with the sources or the funds that you need to maybe refinance or the different criteria in order to qualify you in order to get you through the door if you were looking to purchase. Now, one of the major requirements for these alternative lenders is very important, depending on the type of product that you're looking at, is that you're putting down at least 20% or there's at least 20 or 80% loan to value or equity in the property. So that is a very important component when looking at the alternative space, especially if you're self-employed and your income maybe after expenses is not as high and what you're reporting to the government is not enough to qualify you for a mortgage under the current conditions with the new stress test rules as well as the criteria to fit each lender's guideline. So this is when we can work with some of our alternative lenders and what's called a stated income product, where these products allow us to look at your bank statements, look at other forms like your financials as well, if you have them, if you're incorporated, as well as your T1 generals, what you're showing is gross business income as opposed to net income, and working with these numbers to help derive an amount that may help us work towards getting you the financing that you need. So part of the financial literacy and understanding, and the part of these videos for Finance Friday, is to make sure that you, the consumer, are aware of the options that you have. Because a lot of times we'll have clients that will walk into their bank and they'll be declined, or they'll basically be rejected for the product, or they'll be asked to do things that may cost them more money without understanding all the options that are there, right? So this is part of our journey that we're working with our clients to help them understand that, because you'd be surprised how many times you tell clients that there are these products available for you and these alternative lenders that can help us and aid us if you're self-employed. Now, being self-employed can come in different hats, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you own your own business, you're sole proprietor. You could be incorporated. You can also be a non-registered business in the sense of how you report the income. If you're depositing those into your personal account, there are different aspects that we can use and work with. Especially, there's a lot of realtors, if you're in a commission role where you're being paid straight commission, how is that income being delivered to you? Are you paying deductions at source? There's a lot of things to consider in the journey if you're self-employed, if you're business for self, or you're on a commission structure. So working with a mortgage broker to understand your goals or understand where you want to be, if it's going to be a long-term financing goal, a short-term financing goal, what steps we need to get you from one lender into a different lender. These are the things that we would love to have a conversation about, and this is why we're doing these videos. So I just want to end off by saying, I appreciate everyone watching these videos and all the comments and feedback that we're getting on them. I hope you guys find these videos helpful, and if you find these videos helpful, please feel free to share them with your friends. Pass our information along. Hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you and have a great weekend.